So this is the code. So exception handling is nothing but a handling exceptions which come across while executing your programs. Exception handlings are different types. What are those different types? Different type of exceptions are there. One is arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. Okay. And the second one is a logical, or you can simply say file input output exception. File input output exception. Coming to Selenium, Selenium also one kind of exception. Okay, what is that actually? This is nothing but a no such element found, no such element found exception. These are different type of exceptions we come across. Okay, we'll write a very simple program. After that, I have just shown a code. There is a simple code where we have declared an array. The array has 5 values, but we try to fetch an index value of 7. So automatically at the index value 7, we don't have any value. First of all, the maximum length of the array is only 5. So immediately array index out of bounds exception we got. Okay, exception handler where we have a catch block. There's a multiple catch blocks are there. Okay. Oh my God, what happened? Sabir is not well. Okay. So catch block, we have a try block. Inside try block, we have set of lines. So after that, we have for loop. Sorry, we have a catch block. This is nothing but exception handler. See, we are not sure, right? For suppose there is another element. Okay. So some string name. That's it. Okay. We are simply try to use the system.out.println of okay string. Does the value string is defined first of all?
No.
No. Then what kind of error might come? Since we are not defined, not assigned any value, there is a chance of getting a null pointer exception. Null pointer exception. Okay. So how to handle it? This is only array index out of bounds exception. Then you have to write one more catch block. Got it? We have a one more catch block inside this null pointer
No.
exception. Okay, we have to give null pointer exception E. Then simply you have to say, okay, you can put any statement here. Null pointer exception. Okay, I just want to say, okay, this is null pointer exception. This is see, will be we are. This is a null pointer exception and null pointer and okay, null pointer exception and finally. So how many catch blocks are there now? How many catch blocks are there?
Two. Two.
Okay. So yeah, 2 catch blocks are there. Okay.
Two catch.
That means we can have a multiple catch blocks. Okay. Exception null pointer exception. Okay. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Before going to discuss the syntax and write a simple demo, I want to show you how the exception basically looks like in Java. Okay. What is exception, first of all? Okay. So exception is a class. Exception is a class basically.
Thanks.
So by using this class, what we do, we will use this exception object in our program. Simple. Okay. Exception handling in Java is one of the powerful mechanism to handle runtime errors, so that normal flow of the application can be maintained. What is the normal flow here? If you use a array value of 5, that is a normal flow. Okay, that doesn't throw any exception. But if you give a 7, automatically there is an exception. So to handle such kind of exceptions, normal flow of exception needs to be maintained. To handle such kind of exceptions, we have to handle exceptions using Java exception handler. Okay. So what are the advantage of exception handling? The core advantage of exception handling is to maintain the normal flow of the application, one thing. Okay. Second thing, suppose there are 10 statements in your program. There occurs exception at a statement 5. The rest of the code will not be executed. Okay, we have how many lines of code actually here? Okay, if you look at here, one, two lines of code. If there is an exception, what happens? Immediately it exit the program. If there is any error occurs in the program execution, immediately it does not execute the string.out.println of string. Immediately it exits. Okay, the rest of the code will not be executed. Here, if we perform exception handling, what happened? The rest of the statement will be executed. That's why we are using the exception handling. Here, see, if there is any error, what happened? Immediately it exits the program. But if you use the
Yes.
exception handlers, try catch blocks, it does not exit the program, it continues the program.
Okay.
Okay. Then coming to
Okay.
type of exceptions. What is the type of exceptions? Type of exceptions. We have discussed all the types, but there is another category called checked exception and unchecked exception. Checked exception.
Like arithmetic and file
Yes.
different type of exceptions or like types of.
Yeah, I will tell you. Those are also called as a type of exceptions only. But all these arithmetic exception, file input output exception, and the null point exceptions are called as a checked exceptions. That means defined. Okay, Java has a built-in mechanism to handle these exceptions. But few exceptions are there. Those are unchecked. That means we are writing a banking application. In a banking application, you have only 1,000 rupees in your account. So as per the banking rules, you should not transfer if you have a minimum balance of 1,000 rupees. That means if you have to maintain at least 1,000 rupees in your bank account. Okay, then only we can continue the banking services. If you have only 1,000 rupees, you can't withdraw. You can't withdraw money or transfer money. So if the person try to transfer, what will happen? It should throw an exception. That is
File.
yes, that is nothing but unchecked exception. Okay, insufficient balance. This is an exception. So what is this exception? Does it Java has this exception? No, we have to create our own exception. That is nothing but an unchecked exception. Okay, we have to create our own exception called a unchecked exception. If you look at the internal logic of the internal structure of the exception class in Java, there is a first one is throwable, throwable, throwable. Inside this we have error, and other one is exception. So under error, actually stack overflow error, virtual machine error, out of memory error. These are various type of error categories. Under error, stack overflow is actually we never come across. If there is any issue with the installation of JVM, then we will get this kind of errors. Okay. If there are any error while installing Java, we'll get these are the common exceptions or errors we come across. VM error. Okay, the third category is out of memory error. Out of memory error. Okay. Coming to exception, what type of exceptions we come across? Okay, exception we have IO as I
Unchecked.
told you. Okay, SQL exception. If you are dealing with SQL queries, we do get SQL exception, and then class not found exception, runtime exception. These are exception types: input output exception, SQL exception, class not found exception. Coming to runtime exception, arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, index out of bounds exception, array index bound of exception. Okay, and number format exception. Okay, and null pointer exception. These are the various kind of exceptions. These are called as a runtime exceptions. Runtime exceptions are a category and comes under a exception category. Okay. SQL exception. Okay. SQL exception. There's another category called class not found exception. Class not found. These are different exceptions. And there is another category called a runtime exception. Another category called a runtime.
Runtime.
Input output exception, SQL exception, class not found exception, and a runtime exception. Runtime exception has
Runtime ante
yes,
checked.
correct. Okay, runtime arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, index out of bounds exception,
Array index of
yeah, array index out of bounds,
class.
and a string index
And
out
a
of
class of
yes. Okay, these are the type of exceptions. Okay, clear? Clear? Yes, no, no, yes.
yes, sir.
As I told you, checked exception, checked and unchecked exception. Checked exception is a class which directly inherit a throwable class. Okay, throwable class except runtime exception and error are known checked exceptions. That means IO exception, SQL case, class not found, runtime exceptions are nothing but a checked exceptions. Checked exceptions. Unchecked exceptions, I told you, the class which inherit a runtime exception called as a unchecked exceptions. Okay, array index out of bounds exception, string out of bounds exception are called as unchecked exceptions. Arithmetic exception, null
I think
pointer
it's a check.
exception, yeah. Array index out of bounds exception, okay, comes under a checked exceptions. Clear? Checked and
Yes.
unchecked exception. Nothing, very simple. Checked means the exceptions will be verified in a compile time. Okay. The unchecked means the exceptions are not checked at a compile time or called as an unchecked exception. That's all. Okay. At a compile time, if you are able to check the exception, that is nothing but a checked exception. If you are not able to check, then it's called as an unchecked exception. Okay. So I will show you very simple example for you. I'm going to write a very simple program here. New class exception handling. Okay. It is going to have our main method. Okay. So now write a very simple exception here. So this is a very simple code. I'm just writing very simple code. So here we are just writing a simple code called a class. There is another class we are going to write, class parent. Okay, class parent. This is a class. Inside this class, Let's just going to write void, okay, message. Okay, inside this system dot out dot println of, okay, parent. Very simple code. It's a very simple code. We just written. What happened? Right. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Yes. Void message. We got an error. Yeah. Add a return statement. Change the return type to void. Void only, right? This void. Okay. Small. Okay. Void. Now this is our main method. This is our main method. Okay, this is enclosed with a class called exception demo handler. Now I'm just going to write a very simple class extends. That means we are inheriting extends, okay, parent, okay, parent. Okay. So here inside this class, we're just using a okay, very simple method void message, void message, throws input output exception. Output exception. System dot out dot println of test exception test exception. Right. Okay. So this we have to import anyway. So import the input output exception from a java.io. We are just importing. Again, we got an error. Okay. Add exception to parent dot message. Okay. Why we need to add actually? See, the exception input output exception is not compatible with the throws class in a parent dot class, parent dot message. Okay. So that's why we are getting a compile time error. Compile time error, if you look at here, see what is the rule here? The rule is very simple. If a superclass method does not declare an exception, if a superclass does not declare an exception, okay, automatically it throws an error. If the superclass method does not declare an exception, subclass overridden method cannot declare the checked exception, but it can declare unchecked exception. It can declare a unchecked exception. But the input output exception is what type of exception it is? This is unchecked exception. Only runtime only will get an error. Okay. If the superclass method declares an exception, if a superclass method is not declared any exception, that's why we are getting an error here. Okay. Subclass overridden method can declare same. If superclass method declares an exception, subclass overridden method can declare the same. Subclass exception cannot declare a parent exception. See, I'm just adding exception to parent dot message also. That now error is gone. Okay. If this is a parent class, this is a child class. Okay. For your understanding, I'll put before a parent child class control X. Yeah. Okay. Now see, this is a parent class. We have a method called message. We are overriding this method inside a exception handling demo. This is a child class because we are using extends keyword. That means we are just using the properties of the using the methods of the parent class. Parent class has only one method that we are overriding here. If it has a any exception, okay, with the exception handling, a method with exception handling is the same exception handling should be there in a derived class also. So if it is not declared in super class, we don't have any